Started with 50 summoners, hundreds of group stage matches, 45 single elimination matches. 2 champions arose from those tournaments, all pointing to this moment. 14 summoners fight for the right to be called the VBC's one above all. Welcome to Vega's Battleworld. Here we go. This one is huge. We've got McLink's Marcelo versus Bittersteel. We're at the knockout stage. You can see this. We've been moving on for a while. Andrew the Ref did secure advancement into the next stage. You can see us in the Deadlands bracket on the right-hand side. Marcelo versus Bitter. The winner moves on to face Andrew the Ref himself. The loser has had a phenomenal season, but we'll have to reckon with the fact that they are now out of it. They have no more chances. It was a double elimination tournament. They will have lost twice. They can be extremely proud of their efforts over the course of this season, this tournament, but their season will be over. Who's going to advance? Let's go ahead and check the poll that we have set up at a 2/3 margin, 2/3, 66% to 34%. The crowd believes it will be Marcelo. He is a phenomenal player. And neither champion, neither summoner, neither competitor would surprise me if and when they come away with a victory today. The links to all of these channels are in the description. Please make sure you support them all. You can watch these channels to be entertained while you get better at this game. Thank you to everyone in the chat. We've got Philip, Ace Meanie, what is going on? Wilson, how you doing? Eclipse, Rogue, Eric, how you doing? Laser, Fintech, a man who knows a few things about Battlegrounds himself, wishing both of these competitors luck. He may end up facing one of them. As you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, Fintech and Legacy will be going. I believe it'll be on Thursday at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Maybe I might have the timing off a little bit there. Let me go ahead and check in because I know folks are going to want to see that. We've got Finn and Lags, I think, for the 4th time. Let's see if we can find when exactly they will be matching. Yeah, I can't find it. We'll get that out there, though. I believe it is Thursday. We'll get that up for everyone. I can see the chat moving. Maybe Finn has already let people know. Let's go ahead. But that's the championship bracket there on the left-hand side. You got Fintech Legacy. The winner will move on to then face the winner of the Deadlands bracket, and will then need to just win one of 2. This is a double elimination tournament, so every single competitor will need to have lost twice in order to be knocked out. If Fintech is able to best Legacy, or if Legacy is able to best Fintech, then they will just need to win one more match. They will need to just win more match, so they'll have 2 chances to take home the title. I'm going to go ahead and remove those tournaments so we can go ahead and look at the screens. I can see both McLinks and Bitter are ready. Now, they are aware that Battlegrounds at the moment does seem bugged. Shocking, I know. I hate to be the one to break this to you. There's a bug in MCoC. I know. The record has been pristine. It has been spotless up until now. And I hate to be the one to bring you this terrible, horrible news that I'm sure will shock and confound you. McLinks is saying he does not believe there's a bug in MCoC. He is a non-believer. He is a MCoC bug denier. He's also a phenomenal player. Look at him over there on that Twitch channel. I'm going to leave the face cam in because I like it. I like the emotion. I like seeing the show that he puts on. I enjoy watching it. But I will put up a poll. If you all are like, you know what, we want to see a little more of that juicy gameplay, we will go ahead and enhance that. Thank you just so much to everyone else for being here. I'm sure these competitors will get started in just a few minutes. Let me skip to live on Bitter's broadcast, bring those settings up to as high as possible. Looks like we are. He looks like he streams in 720. No one on call. I mean, I'm on call. I'm a human. But yes, at the moment, I do not have a co-host. We'll see if one of the co-hosts joins. We'll see. McLinks, go for it. Best of luck to you both. Break a leg. I hate to see. I'm excited to see this. I don't hate to see this. I love to see this. And whoever does not win today, I'm looking forward to seeing you all in season 2. What's up, Zach Richards? How are you? Can't say it for long, but have fun with this. Oh, we will. Yes, and I will address that Wonder Pants. That bug, I was out with my family. Everyone, all the competitors knew I would not be available. And so matching at that time would just be, in law, we call assumption of the risk. And that's the way we wrote the rules because we felt like they would be fair for everyone. Of course, it would be unfair for someone when they were applied, but we have no way of knowing who that would be applied to. And to then try to undo a match or redo a match, we would, because of all the RNG and the draft stages and the bans, we would never be able to exactly replicate it. If I was here, I would have, of course, overturned it based on everything that I was told and given that to Marcel. But those were the rules, and we overturned them in season 1, in tournament 1, I think it was. The competitors overturned the result on their own, and the competitors in that tournament were very respectful about it, and I appreciate that. But they let me know that they did not like it. Even though they felt that the result had been just in that singular instance, they did not like that a rule was overturned. And I respected that, and it made a lot of sense to me. I know as someone who relies on rules when you're doing these things, we've got to kind of go with them. And so it sucked. No one was happy. I know Legacy was not happy to win that way. And of course, Marcel did not enjoy it. I would have been very frustrated myself. I was a pretty serious athlete back in my day. And when it felt like the refs were against you, you could handle losing. If your opponent was better than you, fine. They bested me. Congratulations to them. But if it was on some sort of rule or the referee was cheating or something, that didn't feel good. And so I felt horribly for both of them. But here we are. Saints, bitter in 7. Mark your words. I'd love to see a best of 7. We haven't had a best of 7. What is going on? I try my best to rig these things, and the competitors are not going the whole 7. I don't understand. I do not understand. What did I play? Sports. I played a variety of sports, but in college, I played a sport called water polo. I think that's a pretty international sport, so I think a lot of people know. But I played water polo in college. You must have played basketball. I loved basketball, but I never grew that tall. I'm a little over 6 foot. At least I used to be. But yeah, I was better in water polo, and so stuck with that. Vega confirmed rigging matches. I tried like heck, Andrew, but people like you keep ruining them. All right, let's focus on. You can see that they've actually started here. So let's go and see. You know what? I'm going to put up the poll. As much as I enjoy Marcel's show, I do feel like this setup we've moved to is showing less of his gameplay. Just because of the way he has it. Let me go ahead and put up the poll, see what y'all want. We'll leave that up for probably this whole first set here, and then we'll get back to it. And just for anyone who knows, if any of my co-hosts, typical co-hosts with that role are on, you are welcome to join. I'm sure the people would love kind of getting some knowledge on us here, but I will do my best. I have not been able to do too much Battlegrounds this season. Seems like it's probably a good thing because I'm getting my butt kicked anyways. But I'm in the Gladiator circuit there, been bouncing around between Mysterium and what is it? Quantum, I believe is the one down. I can never remember. Anyways, here we go. Are we having an exact mirror match? We are. We've got Hulkling versus Nick Fury. This is actually a pretty good match. He's got to wait out the unstoppable, but Hulkling can do his damage. Let's see which one of them is able to apply that intimidate debuff with their heavy. It looks like Bitter was able to apply it right now. Neither of them has lost much health. So this looks like it's going pretty well for both of them. Let's see how Marcel handles Fury's charges on his side of the screen. See the 2 Furies up for Bitter, and as we're saying that, Marcel has got it too, and Marcel has taken a sizable lead there. Just in Nick Fury's second life, he has sent him to that second life. It is barely now trickling down, and he is able to get the SB2 off. So Fury played ball a little bit, and this is like a mirror match exactly like what is going on. It feels like I could be announcing either side. Although it did take Bitter longer to get into that second life for Furies. It looks like Marcel's going to finish this off. Just needs that crit. He gets it, comes away with the win. You can see the man. He looks confident. She's waiting for Bitter score to show up here, but he has secured the first game in the first set. Marcelo's it was a rank 5 Nick versus Bitter's rank 4. Okay, that could explain a little bit too why it felt like Bitter was off to an advantage there, off to a start, but then over the course of the match, Marcelo was able to take the lead there. When it's FinTech versus Like It is on Thursday. Finn was in the chat earlier, and if he's like me, he comes and goes from chat, so he might not be on or listening. It is Thursday. I can't remember if it's 3:00 my time, and I'm on the same time zone as Kabam, West Coast, Northern America, so it's Pacific Standard Time. So I can't remember if it was 3:00 or noon. Either way, I will be covering it, or it's 11:00. Oh, 11 p.m. GMT. I know European crowd is pretty used to GMT. I have no idea, though, what that means for me. It's 3:00 in Manitoba, Canada. This would be fun if everyone could just list the time that it is where they live. Do not put it in mine or Vancouver time, just so I can't figure it out. I would just love to do this, to see all the different places people live, or time zones people can come up with. I would enjoy it. All right, so this is actually pretty good matchups here with this Absorbing Man versus Korg. He's obviously great for Korg if you can play him well. We talk about this a lot in my videos. It's part of what I love about Absorbing Man. You can get good results with him if you play him pretty simply, but if you play him phenomenally, you can get phenomenal results. And it looks like that's happening. He takes care of that unstoppable for you. What does he reduce? I think he reduces that by 90% here. And then Korg's got that negative energy resist, I believe. And so Bitter's going to go in and I think end it right here. Yep, the heavy into his special. Waits that for unstoppable timer. Didn't get a massive special there, though. So this will take a few seconds longer, but barring some sort of astronomical mistake, I think he's going to go ahead and take this. The health loss looks pretty similar. So, that worked out. I have a feeling that was Marcel knew this would happen. I don't think he's going to be surprised when he sees the other side of this with him taking in a void against Havoc. So it looks like we're going to be 1-up as we head into the third game. Let's go ahead and update that board. Let's go ahead and update the scoreboard for everybody. This feels like a good time to remind everyone, make sure you go check out both the competitors. Marcel does put on his show on Twitch, and Bittersteel is on YouTube. Both phenomenal channels, incredibly entertaining. Marcel out of the country of Brazil. And I believe Mr. Bittersteel is out of England. He's been producing a lot of phenomenal guides. For those of you who enjoy my channel, I know I haven't been doing the Essentials videos quite as frequently as I used to. And you're like, we need those Essentials videos. We need to know how to play these champions. Bitter's been putting out some pretty phenomenal guides as of late. So make sure you check that out. I love this. 4 p.m. Montreal, Canada, 9:00 in Portugal, 2:20:07 in South Africa. It's 3:07 in Texas. We've got Milan. Charian is in India, it appears. This is awesome. Saints is at 4:00. Lasers at 4:07. People playing around the globe. This is an international game. 11 p.m. in Turkey, 1 p.m. in Vancouver. Someone's on my timeline. It looks like Clara is in Vancouver, and that's the same time zone as me. Timeline. I've been watching too much MCU. Timeline. Just a time zone, man. Don't need to overcomplicate it. All right, here we go. Physical resist for Absorbing Man against this Mojo. You can see him doing an artful job of those backdraft intercepts, being able to get those light punish. Remember, with Absorbing Man, it's not an intercept; it's a punish. So it's a bigger mechanic, let's say. Really nice SP2 evade from Marcel there. He's avoided the degen pretty well so far. You can see he doesn't want to get rid of that dex buff until the anti-life field is over. At least I feel like that's why he was waiting. He still went a little early, though. So I'm not sure if that was a mistake or if I misunderstood what he was doing. Makes another little gameplay error there. So he's taking a little bit of damage. On the other side, this is something I really love. We talked a lot about this with Kate when she was coming into the game. I wasn't sure how great she was going to be, but that she has passive damage source so incredibly rare out of the skill class. And you're seeing that right now. And he's probably going to try to refresh it. No, he's just going straight for the kill. He's going for it. I think he's going to get it. He being Bitter on the right-hand side. Looks like he lost about 11% health, 10% health. I think that's going to be enough, though. I think it's going to be enough to give him the victory. Let's see. Extremely close. Less than 200 points, I believe, if my math is correct. Less than 200 points. Bitter comes back, wins the first set 2-1 after falling into a 1-0 hole there to take that first set 2-1. I think all of these are going to be close like this. The whole match is going to be. I do hope we get our first best of 7. You know, I don't cheer for a single competitor. I cheer for a best of 7. I cheer for a best of 7. Let's go ahead and check that poll, see if people want to see. Keep in the face cam. I love it. I love it. Like I said, you all know, you've seen enough of me. I just recognize almost everyone's name on there. You know, I love the face cam. I love to see the dramatics of it. I love to see, you know, them when they're surprised when they've won. I actually enjoy seeing the disappointment. I feel badly for them, but I enjoy seeing it. And I really admire the confidence of putting themselves out there of the folks who are doing the face cam, putting on a phenomenal show. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Let Kate cook. You got that right, Eric. She could cook. I finally going to produce my my Kate Bishop video. I've had one like ready to go. I've had so many fights ready to go. And then the time came out where it was like they're supposed to get her rebalancing post and it was taking forever. And I was like, I don't want to put it out in case she is rebalanced somehow. I don't think she's going to be, but it wouldn't have shocked me if she had been. But now that we know that she's going to be left alone, I'm going to get that video out. I'm going to shoot for tomorrow. Even though Wednesday's like the worst day to put out a video in MCoC YouTube, I'm still going to do it. That's still my goal. LC Music Tracks. What's going on, dude? I have not seen you in a bit. We're still listening to your delightful music. Thank you for providing that for me and the rest of the MCoC YouTube community. And I'm sure all the viewers appreciate it too. Thank you so much for being here. Fausty, what's up, dude? You're still learning K-True the release. I slip up sometimes. Yeah, I'd probably mess up, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4% of the time if I'm streaming, you know, double that number. But I've got it down and I stopped worrying too much about not slowing down time. I started slowing down time. You know, I'm not beating Bittersteel and Marcelo in Battlegrounds anyway. So that 1 extra second, no big deal. No big deal. That's how I've started looking at it. No more. Okay. Yeah, I should pay a little more attention to the bans. Marcelo's had enough of that. He's had enough of that. He's getting Kate out. No more cooking from her. Nick136, what's up? Talk about phenomenal YouTube channels and Battlegrounds players. Thanks so much for being here, bud. Hammy, how you doing, bud? Thanos would love Kate because of how balanced she is. Perfectly balanced, like all things. All right, here we go. So we've got Kate, Archangel, and Titania. Get Titania out of Bittersteel's hands. That's one of his many favorite science champions. You should one day ask Bittersteel who his absolute favorite science champion is. If you ever want to see someone stammer, someone be confused, someone be befuddled, ask Bittersteel who his favorite science champion of all time is and how long he thinks that will last. And I guarantee you it's until another science champion comes out. Fallacy with the membership. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I always appreciate these signs of respect and support that people put forth, commenting on videos, thumbing them up, sharing them, liking them, showing up to streams and having a fun discourse. Thank you so much for doing that. Finn's favorite is Silk. Oh, wait, the match has started. We should pay attention to the match. All right. So Spot is actually pretty good for this because of the way he interacts with Unstoppable. Let's see if Marcel's able to play it well. I have a feeling he will. Oh, you know Mysterio. Mysterio's got a lot of America Chavez and Wong in him. He will heavy out of nowhere, and he does not care. And he did land that. I don't think that was an in-game issue. I think that was just, you know, the way it went there. The Unstoppable, though, when you are untouchable, does allow you to get a lot of those ruptures going. I believe there are ruptures for Spot. It's been a bit since I played him. And it's just not going Marcel's way. You can even see him kind of physically react when he took that second heavy. Mysterio is a difficult defender. Bitters is rank 2. He put out a video on that today. And I recently put out a Mysterio video myself telling you how much I really enjoy that champion. And he will be my next tech 7-star rank 2 for sure. I kind of regret taking a bloody disc strike over him. I think this is going to end up going. Here comes hopefully a big crit for Bitter. No, that's the problem with Gambit. That is the problem with Gambit. Is see if he can get to an SP1 though and do some damage. No, the Rock Shield is back. Let's see if he tries to take it down in time and still get that SP1 off with those prowess. Oh, he's a little in trouble here. Korg is gone. Oh, he gets off the SP2 actually. and finishes it. I think he needed that because Korg had gone red, and that could have snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. That was a close one. That was close. Slagator. You're old enough to remember Chevy Vega get EF. Right on, man. Us old guys, we gotta help each other out. We gotta help each other out. What's up, Captain? That was close, but that's Gambit. I eventually will get out a Gambit video. I'm working on just doing the champions I've recently ranked up. He's a lot of fun. When you don't get the crit, it is a little scary. It is a little scary. Laser, that's like a good spot. Yeah, Spot. I love playing Spot, and he's got a delightful synergy for America Chavez. So I want that too. With him being available as a 7-star, I guess it's not until the Titan Crystal. So, different people are going to see that differently. All right, so we've got Absorbing Man. This should be a pretty solid matchup. I've seen a lot of skilled players taking this one. With that physical resist will allow him to mitigate a lot of that Thorns damage that Atuma will be doing. And we've already talked about Absorbing Man and how he handles Unstoppable. I believe it's buffs, not all effects. So if it was an Unstoppable passive, I don't think he reduces the timer. If anyone in the chat knows, let us know. Marcel gets a little fortunate there. He got stuck with a heavy and did not get punished when I think it looked like he had to let it go. That may have been the game itself. But if he can settle himself down, there he goes. Really nice heavy punish. Looks like he's setting up for another one. The special in, he's going to get some nice damage off of this. And then all that extra damage, he's going in for the stun off the striker. I guess it's not a stun. I can't recall what they call it. Really smart, does wait out the Unstoppable. Marcel definitely has settled in after the poor first fight in the first one. Really nice, clean fight from Marcel there. And Mojo should be able to take advantage of these Furies, but the Mystic Dispersion looks like it's gotten a little out of control, and this is going to work out fine. I have a feeling that was a bit of a throw potentially there for Bitter, not really expecting to see it with Absorbing Man versus Atuma. Couldn't remember the guy's name. Atuma on the other side. Looks like Bittersteel stream has fallen behind a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why that could have happened too. Because you can see we're live. I think you all can see that portion. We're live, and they were pretty synced up previously. You can pause Twitch, but you can't change like where it's at. So we'll just kind of have to work with what we got here. All right, so McLinks takes the lead in the second one as well. Oh, no, wait, that's 1-1. I've fallen behind. So there we go. So this will settle it. You've heard me say this for sure a million times. At least I hope so, because it means you've been tuning in. Going down 0-2 when you're with this skill level, the skill level is like pretty much the same on both sides. I don't think that's the end of the world, but of course, McLinks would prefer to win it. Yeah, Bitters is quite a bit behind. I have no way of adjusting that. We'll just have to kind of enjoy what we're seeing here. But it continues to fall behind. I don't know if anyone in the chat has an idea. Let me know, because they were lined up quite simultaneously, I think would be the word. Oh, look at that beautiful play by Marcel. He's really did the nice job there. 40-second fight. Human Torch versus a Mystic, though. Let's see. This is kind of exciting to see how this is going to turn out. Very close. We can see on Marcel's side, we can see what the result's going to be. He does come away with the win, even it up at 1 set apiece. We'll go ahead and update that board. Nick, that's why you banned Valkyrie? Yeah, a good Valkyrie player can do so much. The thing is that's one of Bitter's favorite players too. This kind of reminds me of the match of Finn versus Andrew, where typically Finn is not allowed to play with his Tigra, right? Everyone bans Tigra against Finn, but Andrew's a skilled Tigra player too, didn't want to do that move, and so we got to see Tigra from both of them. Finn, if you're there, did you enjoy it? I'm sure you enjoyed that. I'm sure you enjoyed that. It's going 7 games. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Pop Buzz, what's going on, dude? Thanks for being here. You think refresh Bitter stream? You think that will do it? I mean, it says we're live. I'm always a little. Let's see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, because usually, having done so many of these, when one of the competitors is, they don't change how much they are ahead or behind the other person, unless for some reason we fall behind. That's what's making this one odd. Is when we first started off, they were pretty simultaneous, best I could tell. Oh, laser! I did not know that. Yeah, I would love to chat about that, but I can't figure out why there would be a change in how much they are off from each other. But I've never claimed to be good with technology. But that would be nice for these rare occasions. The bitter crowd has shown up and is making their voice heard. This is 1-to-1. So you refresh Bitterstream and they're in sync. So did I. I think you guys can see it happening live. I think you have access to that. I have him live. But we'll continue to just watch and do our best. I'll continue to look at trying to refresh or what we think has possibly happened here. So Omega Red versus Korg. Obviously, this is a nice matchup for Omega. It's got to deal with the unstoppable a little bit there and the spacing, but it doesn't look like McLinks is having much trouble with it at all. And then we've got Gambit versus the crit resist of Killmonger. The nice thing is he won't be taking the potential damage back with the I can't think of what it's called there, but you all know about Killmonger's damage back mechanic, so he doesn't have to pay too much attention to it. But I'd be surprised to see a massive crit. We'll see. He's got to change over to the prowess. He did now, and I think this will come down to if this crits, then there's a chance Bitter takes the win. Oh, it did. Oh my gosh. That is wild. That was crazy. Oh, oh. And those hurt. I mean, we've all played Battlegrounds. Marcelo's got to be coming out thinking, I won. I'm good. Let's just secure one more. We got a 2-1 lead on this Bittersteel. And then that happens. The Gambit, the R2 Gambit with the Gambit Relic gets the crit when it's most needed. Now he's got a ban. I think maybe so. Because, I mean, these are some of his best defenders, and Gambit's just, like, destroying them. Let's see how Marcel's able to handle it, though. He's already done this matchup really well once. He can obviously knows he can do it again. I'm going to kind of watch the right side here because we know Marcel can do this matchup. We just saw it. So kind of keep an eye on it. But I really want to see this. Now, this is Danny versus Nick Fury. You know that I've said that in some ways I was very happy I pulled the 7-star, but I really did kind of want the 6-star because of that awakened ability, right? That's what's going to help you just turn off the second life of Nick Fury. Now, Bitter's done a full video guide on this, and he's got to time that SB2 extremely well. He needs those neuro arrows on Nick when he kills him. Let's see if he's able to get it done. Because Nick will then take those active neuro arrows, turn them into passives, right? And then that's what will prevent his healing. If Bitter does it too early, Nick will heal up completely. Here he goes. Looks like he's trying to bait that SP2. Nick does not want to throw it. Nick Fury does not want to throw. I'm just completely engaged on the right side because I don't want to see the result on the left. He's got to get back up. Yeah, he's got his illusion going in for the SP2. Nick goes unstoppable, and that ruins it. Yeah, okay. So I would think that Marcel's going to get it, although he did lose some health, and with the time changes, I am not able to do this math fast enough. I think Marcel's got this result, but we'll see. I love the commercials that pop up from Twitch. Now I want gum all of a sudden. And a roller skate. You know, for those who are really watching that side and paying attention to various things, I assume what happened there too is when Nick was being really calm, I can't think of the correct term, but not throwing his SP2 basically, that also allowed the unstoppable counter to fall off, which would have obviously handled it for Bitter if he could have gotten Nick to throw his SP2 a little faster. And that's just RNG. That's how this game works. Sometimes it helps you, sometimes it hurts you. And right there, it did hurt Bitter. If Bitter had just parried before pushing Nick to second life, he would have taken it. Thanks, Boom. I appreciate it. Yeah, it is what it is. And I don't have I have obviously the thing for YouTube to not get ads. Well, it'll be back soon, I believe. I don't know how much ads. I don't typically watch a lot of Twitch. Hussein, I voiced having various frustrations with Danny, and we kind of saw him. I'm not happy that it happened to one of the competitors in the tournament, but I feel like Danny's so close. She's so close. But there are some things. Bitter's not getting quite the result that Marcel was able to have earlier with Valkyrie versus Spot. And it looks like Marcel is already done with Hulkling versus Hulk. And he's actually walking away. So I think he's feeling pretty confident in that result. Yeah, that was a lot of ads. That was a lot of ads. Maybe I will look on how to get an ad-free experience. It can go up to 6 ads. That felt like a lot. I found it humorous with the gum and the roller skating, and then I found it significantly less humorous with each successive ad. Marcel looking for his Wednesday costume. Is he going to do the dance? I would love that. The guy puts on a great show. All right. So McLinks is now going to take a 2-1 lead. This is what I was talking about. Like, I don't think going down 2-0 when the skills are these close together, when they're this evenly matched, they don't want to do it, of course. But I think this is just the natural shifts in momentum and wins that we're going to see. That's why we do the best of 7. It's why we do the best of 7. There's just so much RNG in the mode in the game. Like, I think if we just did like a best of 2 or best of 3 or something like that, it'd be like, well, might as well just watch them flip a coin. Yeah, okay, so I have to sub to Marcel, which I would be happy to do. During the 4th of July event, he did a contest, on who did a better cosplay of Wednesday. The winner. That's pretty sweet. That's awesome. So this is Bitter's looking over his deck. I thought Bitter was looking over bands. And it's like his Bitter's stream somehow jumped all the way ahead. I've refreshed his stream again, and I think it's just going to have to be the way it is. I don't want to continue focusing on it because then I won't be able to pay quite as much attention to the actual score and things like that. We'll just have to accept that Marcel's stream is a bit ahead. What's up, Doc? How you doing? Accelerate. How are you? Marcel did make the switch. He may have done it in the early one. I didn't catch it, but there it is. Yeah, exactly. There goes Gambit. Get rid of that Gambit. Get rid of the Titanic. Get rid of the Archangel. I always think the Archangel play is often a sign of confidence. Just remove that from your competitor's deck, right? Because you don't know what's going to happen with Archangel. And then we've got Starkey, Juggernaut, one of Na's favorite champions of all time. Juggernaut. He just loves his Juggernaut. And when other people use Juggernaut primarily. And then Spider-Ham, Yusafa's favorite champion, and I think Dot might be a Spider-Ham fan. I'm not sure. I feel like Dot is, but I'm not positive. Void keeps being picked. I had a feeling you were there. Nah, I had a feeling you were there. Absorbing Man continues to be picked, be a star of Battlegrounds, especially with this meta. But I've been having success with him even in the current Gladiator Circuit 1 with those bleeds. Allows you to kind of pause his forms and whatnot. Let's see if a Bitter picks Danny again. There's no Nick Fury on that side. There's a Jessica, though. Going with Wolverine. I assume that's for defensive use. Nope, changes his mind. Goes over to Cassie. I found Cassie a little difficult to play with the Unstoppables, but a player of Bitter's caliber probably can manage it significantly better than I can. And then we've got Rintra and Domino taken by McLinks. And then Valkyrie again for Bitter as they head in. We're going to get to see Valkyrie versus Nick Fury. We've seen a lot of high skill Valkyrie gameplay, particularly out of McLink so far today. I want to see this here against Fury, how that works out. I guess she'll help obviously handle the node and the unstoppable interaction. I was hoping we would get to see Mysterio versus Domino, but I mean, I've shown that on my own channel. So I guess in a way, this is actually pretty cool. We're going to get to see Hulk versus Domino, which surprised me with the first times we saw it. It might have been FinTech who did it. But what was pointed out is that his Furies accumulating is not subject to ability accuracy. So Hulk can actually be a pretty good Domino counter. McLean's gotten a little bit of trouble there. Dex is a fair amount of that SP1 from Fury, but not the whole thing. So he has now lost a little life. And then had to deal with an unblockable Fury. Gets off the SP2 into the block. So the damage portion is there. It's just that he's lost a little bit of health. Let's see how it goes on the other side. If Domino can crit fail her way to a victory for Marcel. Hulk is getting angry. Goes in for the striker. I thought he may go in for the heavy. Decides not to. Goes for the SP2 first. Taking a little bit of crit fail damage. You can see it ticking there. I think he needs to get off this SP1 and finish this before he loses any more life. I think he's going to come away with the win, though. And yeah, it looks like he is. Looks like there was a little more health loss on the Valkyrie side. So Bitter puts himself up 1-0 in the fourth set. Misty K, thank you so much for being here. The graphics, as always, looking phenomenal. Misty K is available for all your graphics needs. Link to their Twitter and YouTube is in the description. Then I'll go back to that because I want to read that out and talk about that a little bit. If I forget, if someone could remind me, go back to Finn's message in between the rounds. And then this is Mysterio, a bit of a double threat. We've got him listed as a defender with a bit of offensive capabilities in the emoji set. Beginning to wonder if we should put him as a double threat, mainly because his offensive use is against some really annoying defenders that you frequently see, being Rintra and Domino. Obviously, you can do other things, but you see those defenders so often that may kind of increase his attacking value. I think that's a bit of a subjective thing. Either way, we've got him in the tier above all and moved him up in the last month's rankings. And then we get to see here, this is a good matchup in general for Cassie. You still going to manage all of those unstoppables and make sure you're knocking Rintra down, which she's doing with all her heavies in the SP1. But see, like right there, he did have to wait that out. Like I said, though, a player of Bitter's caliber can manage this very, very well. This is some really nice Cassie gameplay. And I think, oh, he went into the unstoppable there. Rintra was a kind bull. Very kind. He needs to get those. He's got to refresh those stings. He's not going to be able to do it, I don't think. Oh, Rintra does it for him with throwing the special, and Cassie's tankiness made it so that mistake was not too costly. This one could end up being close due to the amount of health. Let's see. Out right there. They fell off. They fell off again. The stings. For those who don't know Cassie that well, those stings will get completely refreshed on the opponent's special throw. He's back up to 30. He's got up 19. That's really jumping around. And we can see the result on the other side. I was trying to ignore it, but it looks like he is going to pull this off. And a lot of that thing's just going to be to Cassie's tankiness, because there were some mistakes in there, and Rintra did not punish him on one of them. He just flat out didn't. And on the other ones, I think the tankiness of Cassie, which is part of what she does. So we're one. Bitter has won that one. He actually won that 2-0 to tie this back up. Oh man, we are on. It was called early. It was called early. I apologize. I've forgotten who called it, who predicted it, who said it, who guaranteed it. But we are on our way to a best of 7. Cassie getting free. Oh, I love Cassie, Andrew. I love her. I just know that I am not right there. I'm not on the tier that could pull off that fight. The unstoppables and things like that would mess me up a little too much. But that's a me problem, not a Cassie problem. Laser took some guts. Yeah, it did. That's what I was thinking. I actually thought Bitter had lost it right there during that unstoppable in the hold. But that allowed him to jump up a lot of... he was able to accumulate quite a few more stings. So worked out. Nice play. What's up, Shibby? Shibby Mick, dude. Learned today that Shibby's last name actually really is McDude. I was shocked to find that out. That is an awesome last name. Odysseus is here too. What's up, dude? You got it, Chevy. Oh yeah, thanks, Finn. So you think that's a bug? I thought so. What it was explained to me at the time was that Hulk's Furies, like maybe there's even a line. I guess I could check it, but I've got my screens filled already. That there was maybe a line that Hulk's Furies were not capable of having their ability accuracy reduced, or that something of that nature. So that essentially there was a lot of Hulk's moving parts, let's call them, that could not be crit failed. As a result, he wasn't like immune to having his ability accuracy reduced or something like that, but that in a pinch, he was a good domino counter. But it sounds like you're saying you think that's actually a bug, if I'm getting that correct. Metric area. Yeah, well, that word you're using is outlawed on my Discord server. It is forbidden word. We don't have a lot of forbidden words, but that is one. And we're going to apply that to this stream. Why? Why, you ask? For kicks and giggles, for fun. Because why do this if it's not fun? What's up, Lizer? One of my favorite people in all of MCoC. How are you doing, Lizer? Thank you so much for being here. Shibby, it's always Friday, my friend. That's the secret. It's always Friday. Half of the stream was like, what is this guy talking about? Is he drunk? I think he's drunk. All right, here we go. We should have covered the bans. I apologize for not. I'm just having too much fun with the chat. Shows you I don't stream enough. I need to stream more because I enjoy this. But I don't see Gambit get rid of that Gambit. We do see Bitter's rank 5 Cersei, though. I hope she gets to show a little bit of what she can do. I'm going to kind of keep an eye on the left side and then transfer over to the right because I don't want to know the result. Okay. We are going to get to see Danny Moonstar versus Fear. That's what I was hoping to see. I hope Bitter is able to get it done a little bit better. I know he's going to I know that one's going to stick with him a bit. At least I think it will. Hopefully he's able to forget it and move on, and we'll find that out. Looks like this is going pretty well for Marcel on the left side. He was able to push Hulkling into his SP2. He's going to be able to ignore that Unstoppable. There he goes. And now he just needs to get Hulkling to block. The Striker did not help him out at all. He needs that block. There he goes. He's going to throw it, get some damage in, and then now I'm going to switch over to the right-hand side. So here we go. Want to pay attention to see if Bitter's able to better manage the Unstoppable on this one. Looks like he is going for the SP1. He got super close to his SP2, which is nice. Now, if he wants that slow to stay up, if he can keep that up there, that will be very helpful, while also simultaneously not letting Nick get too many charges, because then Nick becomes a miss counter, which completely just turns off what Danny can do. That slow is starting to tick down. Tick, 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 tick. I think it's going to be gone, but there's no Unstoppable. And now it's back. He's got to deal with the Unstoppable timer. He's got to get back to... He chooses not to. He's going to throw his SP2. And it's not enough. It's not enough. If I caught it right, he chose not to get back up to his illusion charges. I think probably from the early experience of having Nick go Unstoppable and that just completely ruining it. I'm not taking a victory lap, right? I'm just kind of announcing what I'm seeing, everybody. This is part of my issue with Danny. I think she's very powerful. I really like her. But if she's designed to destroy Fury, which I don't know if she is, it's just my sense that was an intention, but I don't know that. I don't think that was said anywhere. I think a couple things with her need to be adjusted. Thank you, Lizer. That was very kind of you. I'm back to the chat a little bit. Fintech saying Hulk's Furies are not subject to AR, but Domino's Crit Fail does not look for that. Any chances-based abilities that trigger... Yeah, so what Finn, for anyone who's just kind of listening, if you can pull up the chat and see what Finn's explaining there, he's made another statement below it. I'll take a look at that. And my understanding of Domino is that that's the correct analysis too. We'll talk about this in between too, because I kind of want to make a joke. But we'll see what ends up happening there. Danny is not a type 5 mutant. Hot take. I don't know if that's a hot take anymore. But again, you're talking to me, who wants to love the champion. I don't think there's been a champion I've wanted to like this much since America Chavez. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to it. We've got Human Torch. Obviously, we've got... what's he call it? Flame On? I think he's Flame On right now. And Mysterio's still just a troubling defender. He's got, like I said, he's got a little bit of Wong in him. Or maybe it's actually Wong and America Chavez have a little bit of Mysterio in them, given when they came into the contest. And the SP1 does get thrown, and this just takes time. He just takes up time, and then he can hit you with the heavy, and that happened to McLinks earlier in this match, right? McLinks took a couple heavies in a fight against Mysterio. We're kind of seeing it happen. It's not the same mistake. It's not the same thing, but it's taking time. He's taking blocked hits. He's losing life. So, I don't think this one's over. It doesn't look like it's going wonderfully, though, for Bitter on this other side, though. I don't know if Bitter's going to be able to capitalize on it. Let's see. This might be one of those rare matchups in the VBC where we see someone walk away with a win of like 20,000. McLinks has accidentally sent Mysterio red. You can see him kind of laughing, having some fun with it. Not much else you can do. Might as well laugh. And let's see if he's able to survive. No, it does not look like he will be surviving this SP3. I thought he might. And Bitter's going to come away with the win. I wonder if Bitter's surprised. Well, we won't know. We won't know. But in the fifth and very important set, it looks like we're tied up. Oh, no, we're tied up. That was the first one. So Bitter takes the lead. Nope, we're tied up. Again, remember, people are wondering, is this guy drunk? I don't know. All right, there it is, tied up. This one's the important one. This one's the important one. Take the lead, take that, give themselves a little room for error as we head into the sixth. It's tied up to a piece. It's been incredibly tight the whole way through. Right now, I would prefer Absorbing Man in the hands of Marcel. He's been handling Absorbing Man extremely well this whole match. He's in the magma form, which is going to allow him to resist some of that damage that could come from any crit fails. He's doing a really nice job with those light punishes. Here he goes. Going to get that. There. Nicely done. Get a little bit of that incinerate damage off the special. Really nice punish of Domino's SP1. This is a clinic he's putting on up there. Absolute clinic. See if he uses the striker. No, not yet. Get Domino to throw that special too. She's not wanting to. Domino doing Domino things. Of course, she's got to try to ruin this for him. Just refusing to throw the special. Finally going up for it. I can see on the right side. It looks like some bad things are happening to Bitter up there, but I'm totally locked in on this Absorbing Man fight. Really well done. The heavy into the special too. I'm surprised that didn't finish her off, but I think this will do it with those passive incinerates into the block. Well done by Marcel. Really well done. And I'm sure Bitter's going to wish he had had a better situation there, but it is what it is. And we'll head into the sixth, with Marcel taking that 2-3 lead. It's been back and forth. It's been back and forth. red wine, UB40 spin facts. So Cersei did not cook. She did not cook. There was an extreme lack of cooking, in fact, from Cersei on that one. Cersei's cooked. All right, Clara's like, no, she cooked. You know, that's the internet. That is the beauty of the internet. Is what I have learned is you can say whatever the heck you want. It does not matter if it's true or if it's even visibly inaccurate. You could just say it, and there will be at least one other person out there that will agree with you, and you will be convinced that what you said was accurate. So, like, there you go. There you go. Cersei got cooked. Cersei ordered takeout. All right. So we're sticking with the Gambit ban. That looks like it's paid off very well for Marcelo. It's a really nice adjustment he made mid match here, because Gambit was causing problems, wreaking havoc on two of Marcelo's best defenders, and he just got rid of them. And actually now, you know, it's hard to say for certain, but it does appear as though it's done its job. Yeah, Lucifer, the comment section has been the comment section's been cooking. If anyone's been cooking, it's the comment section in this stream. They've been hysterical. Finn made a too long didn't read version of the Hulkling thing. Did you put it in this chat, or are you doing it like on your YouTube page? Because I'd like for people to be able to see it, Finn. You know, someone as smart as you put something out. Obviously, we want people to be able to see it. Oh, Svan, what's up, buddy? You made it before that. Nicely done. Hopefully, Bitter can take a win for you here and send us the best of 7. I always cheer for the best of 7. Oh, the chat. You're distracting me too much. I can't even watch this my own tournament. We're going to get to see Mephisto on defense. Your previous comment in the chat. Here, so I'll pin it so that people can see that. It's kind of Finn's analysis on Hulk versus Domino and what he thinks is going on right now. Thanks, Finn. I appreciate it. So this is a matchup. This is a situation here, this Hulkling versus a Tuma, that before Tuma's buff could be used with significantly more success. You can see Hulkling has been taking some of that Thorns damage, right? They increased the hitting into block. I don't know if they increased it or if they made it possible. I don't remember if it just wasn't possible or not, but it's a strategy that can still be used. Obviously, he's winning the health battle, but he's taking that chip damage, and then with the Battleground scoring change, can really make a big difference. Let's see if he's able to get off the SB2, though, while unblockable. Looks like he is. There was a little bit of a stream lag, but he was able to pull it off. Goes in and gets some nice damage before the Unstoppable does not get punished. I feel like that's the third or fourth time we've seen that in this matchup alone. Both competitors have benefited from it, where they make a mistake and the AI of the defender just chooses not to punish them. So they've both benefited from it. Like we said, RNG taketh and giveth. Right there, it was helpful to Marcel for sure. Doesn't look like Cassie versus Mephisto is going perfectly on the other side. Anyway, kind of running into the Unstoppable there. Another situation where Mephisto could have punished and just didn't. But it looks like it's not going to be enough to help out. I'm pretty sure that Marcel is going to come away with this. Now only needing one more game. Oh, Cassie whiffed? Okay, I didn't see it. But yeah, that's Cassie. That's the Cassie game. That's the Cassie gamble right now, is that she may whiff. Was it the one that was it earlier in? Is that where he took the damage? Because I actually didn't see where he took the damage. The one I saw didn't look like a whiff. But either way, Marcel's got him here. Got himself here. Just one win away to booking himself a trip for a matchup with Andrew the Ref. Andrew has been perennially on the top 3 leaderboard in Battlegrounds this season. A matchup with him awaits the winner of this. Marcel's just one win away. Here he goes. He's going in with the Domino versus Rintra. Obviously, he's hoping for a crit bleed. I did not pay enough attention to their decks for the third match, so I don't know if this is like a kind of an intelligent throw, right? He's not completely throwing it. Obviously, he's going to hope to win, or if this was just truly the best match he had. And then on the other side, this isn't a phenomenal one for Bitter either. I think he's just going to try to get that. I can't think of what it's called. Let's call it frost damage because it sounds good. It's passive and it does a lot. So he's going to try to land it here. Let's see how much he slows down time. So Faust, if you're still watching, bud, you see, I know he slowed down time a little bit, not too much, but I'm pretty sure that was with some time slowed down. It's a really nice backdraft intercept. Needs to hit the block that at least pauses the passive, so that's good. Now has to wait up that Unstoppable. This is a little risky, and Domino is at full health on the other side. So Bitter desperately, if the health bars stay the same, Bitter needs badly to win the health race or the time race, and I'm not sure he is. Let's see if he can finish this off with a third. He doesn't have the synergy with America Chavez, so it's just going to be a second passive there. I don't know if Bitter's going to have enough of a time advantage if Domino's at full health and finishes this off. At this moment, if Marcel can finish this off, I think he may come away with the win. Oh, we even get zoomed in. Let's see. Gambit comes in. Oh no. Oh no. Those of you who are better at math, was that the difference? The use of the striker and then Rincher going unstoppable. I think that was. I think it was. I see a couple people saying they think so. No, just short. Not saying no, just short. You know, and obviously he doesn't know how the other side had gone. He doesn't know that in the moment. Finn saying he thinks it was the difference. Either way, let's focus on this. Bitter has to win this in order to push us to the 7th set. We've got Valkyrie gameplay. Marcel's doing a phenomenal job with Valkyrie this whole match. Bitter, honestly, has not had the best Valkyrie gameplay, at least not for his standards, but he's got a chance. This is a comfort champion for him, one of his favorite skill champions. I'm going to pay attention a little bit to the left side, and then I will move over to the right just so I don't learn the result too early. Let's see if Bitter can pull off the little trick. He goes for it. That is some chutzpah right there. At the backdraft, and we go to commercial. Are you kidding me, Twitch? Are you kidding me right now? All right, fine. Whatever, Twitch. If you're looking for me to give you some money, that is not the way to do it. That is not the way to do it. I'll tell you that right now. They're like, this will be a great time. I'm sure no one wants to see what's happening at the moment. Bitter's going in. Finish. Is he going to pull this off? Can he get that punish? We'll find out the result. Oh, my God. By 21 points? Unbelievable. This gets pushed to the 7th set by 21 points. Unreal. Unreal. This is how good Battlegrounds can be. This is how good Battlegrounds can be. You know, geez. No, McLeans, it's not your fault, man. I'll get it figured out. I just don't know how to work Twitch. I don't even know if McLeans can hear me. You probably can't. If someone could tell Mark Links, that guy has had enough problems with things in this tournament, and he seems like a wonderful human. He does not need any more things to be worried about. Marcel, if you're listening, dude, do not sweat it at all. If anything, it gave us something funny and something for me to make jokes about. I'm using my very serious voice. I'm a parent. This is when I get serious, when I'm talking to my kids. We've been joking around, sarcasm, and then something gets misunderstood. I go to this voice to let them know everything's okay and I love them. Marcel, everything's okay. I love you. Do not worry about it. It's fine. I'll get it sorted, my friend. You've been phenomenal throughout the whole tournament. Take your 3 minutes, take 10 minutes. I don't care. You've earned it, and I appreciate the competitor that you are. So, wait, Marcel won? Oh, I got the wrong winner? Oh my God, I didn't. That makes it even better. I thought Bitter had won by 21 points. Or 21 seconds or whatever. Oh, I feel so much better. I was feeling horribly for him. I was feeling terribly. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Marcel. I was feeling so badly for you, man. Way to go. Winter Pants, it's delicious. You should have some. I thought I saw on Bitter side that he won. I really did. I feel badly for Bitter too. I do, of course. I feel badly for anyone that loses. These guys are like, you see the difference between them. The margins are outrageously slim if they even exist at all. If this win another 7, they would keep trading points back and forth. That it's just the way it is. Like, Yeah. So I feel badly for Bitter. He'll be back. There's going to be a second season. He'll be back. Marcel, for those who don't know, he had a scoring issue and the game just like logged out on him essentially. And he, from what I'm told, had definitely won the match in a set against Legacy. He had not won the whole thing. And the game gave it to Legacy. And just by the way we have our rules set up in an effort to just be fair and get ahead of it, as if I'm not around to make a split second judgment call to overturn the game, we just go with the game. And so Marcel just, he got screwed over there. He got screwed over. So, yeah. And yeah, thanks guys. You all are right. I mean, I see, you know what it is when you try to watch both sides and I see victory on what I had identified as Bitter Screen's side, I should have taken a few more seconds to see that the victory was under Marcel's. I still was feeling very badly for Marcel. I don't know if you guys could tell. I was very, very genuine there. So yeah.
Hi, Vega. Just
Bitter,
in here.
how are you doing, my friend?
I think I've been better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can't be mad about that. Really. Just a very close way to lose.
Yeah, I mean, you both played exceptionally well. I know there's a couple fights I think in there where each of you would probably want him back. And in fact, this last one, and I don't know how long you've been there. I actually called it for you. I thought you had won based on your side of the screen.
I called it for me as well. I left the fight with 99%, and I just like go, oh yeah, get in, and then I see him pop, and I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not the red sign we want to see.
Hey, you know what, Bitter? You should have the ability to move to the different chat. I can see Marcel is available to join the call.
Yeah.
So let's move to the other chat so we can talk with him too.
Sure thing.
Marcel, if you're available, my friend, I see you in the chat itself. If you could join the Discord call, it'd be great. I know that people want to hear from you.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
you
my
guys
friend.
listening to me?
Yes, we can hear you. How are you?
Hey, buddy.
Let me just make just about sound. I am not listening well. My God, I am shaking. Bitter. Oh my God, bitter. That was definitely the hardest match I ever played. Instead of Fintech, because Fintech always beat me. I will catch you later, Finn. But then, Bitter, looks like you're ahead all the time. You did incredible fights with Gambit. I can do nothing. And no, my God, I don't believe I won. You played really, really well, and I was totally fine if I lost to you because I am feeling I am in a good day. I don't feel like I am playing bad or something like that. I am playing right, but all the time you looks like ahead of me because I feel like I am losing. Even when it was like 3-2 for me, I was like, my God, please outpick him, something happen now. Domino, please, crit or something like that, because then what a hard game, Bitter. Thank you, really thank you for the match.
Well, same to you, buddy. We need to stop meeting like this, where we meet in the knockout stage and then you knock me out. I'd like to play you in a pool stage where there's less pressure, but yeah, I was so worried for this match, man. Honestly, you're just an incredible player, and it's a real honor to play against you. I'm glad that I took 2 rounds off you, 21 points away from 3. But yeah, no, it's always a pleasure playing you, and you're one of the loveliest guys in MCoC. So there's not many worse people that could knock me out, you know. Not many better. Yeah.
Thank you, Peter. I just hope I don't face you again on another tournament. I really don't want to play against you for like 3 months. I need a break to breathe.
Same here.
Damn, Peter. Oh, on the last fight, Domino against Hintra. My Domino decides to stop to crit because I already did the fight like 70 seconds, 80 seconds, but looks like she don't want to crit or critical bleed or something like that. And then on the last second of the fight, I got hit, and if I don't get hit, I probably would won on that round. But I want to know what happened on Cersei against Korg. This fight works or not?
It does work. I've done it before. I did it in a Vega tournament match, actually. I think it was the same situation as I did here. It was like, well, Korg's up. I've got no counter. Let's throw Cersei at him and hope for a big crit. And I managed to get like a 53k from the last scoring system. So I know it does work. The Unstoppable makes it a little bit more difficult. And he didn't play to many of my light intercepts, and then he went for a Herc level special intercept on me when he dashed back and held block, and I dashed at him, and then he kind of sidestepped me and special intercepted me. It was ridiculous. I was not happy at that one.
I don't know if you are playing Bleed meta, but I feel like Korg on unstoppable meta. It's not the same EA than Bleed meta. You can start Bleed meta like intercepting with light, back intercept. It's working everything. On unstoppable meta, Korg just hold the block and go back. I am like 100% sure that's not the same EA. On unstoppable and on the bleed meta. Really, don't feel Korg feels so annoying on this meta because he don't came to intercept. A lot of time holding the block or just back or something like that. Don't know, maybe I am just feeling that.
I have a feeling that Korg's AI is just annoying everywhere. Like you can never get the intercepts you want, and it's horrible.
Yeah,
really,
for sure,
really horrible.
Oh my
I'm
God,
just having to look through, trying to see if there's any fights that I really want to ask about.
And Gambit, I want you to ask, Gambit was a lucky fight or just like because I was like, okay, he do crits on Korg, he get lucks and crit a lot, that's fine. Then I put Killmonger on defense, and you did in 42 seconds, and I was like, okay, maybe Gambit 7 stars rank 2, it's a little bit. Strong. Game is really strong. What happened? It's normal. It was lucky to crit, or even if don't crit, it's a fast fight.
It's a little bit of both. So in the Korg one, I was kind of unlucky because I did my first special 2 and neither hit crit. And I did my second special 2 and the first hit didn't crit, but the last hit crit. And it was, I had to push him to L3. So that was really lucky that it crit then. But usually, like, you'll get one crit on the first hit on the first special 2 and then finish it out with a special 1. That's kind of like 75% of my experience is I get a crit where it matters. However, that Killmonger one, I was saying as I go into it, basically Killmonger has crit resist in his base kit. So it's very hard to crit against him, even with Gambit, because he's got the relic that gives him massive crit rate. So I was going into it, I was like, I really need to just hope for a massive, massive L2 crit. And I was like, it's not going to happen. I'm going to end up screwed. But I managed to do it, and just the biggest L2 crit came, and it just wiped him down from what felt like, 80% to 0. It was magical. Usually that one won't crit against Killmonger, though. That's a tough one.
Oh, that's fine. I got it. Your Mysterio gives me a lot of trouble on defense.
I was very happy about that.
The fight of Spot I did against Legacy. I think his Mysterio it's rank 2. I did it in 48 seconds. And against yours, he just starts to have an attack. I hit a lot of heavy attack, lost the control, lost the map. About this one that you did with Gambit, I was 100% sure that I won the first round because I was like, no, Gambit will not kill Killmonger so fast. But he did. Then on the second round, I got hit against Atsuma, so I was like, okay, I really lost this one. And then it didn't work as well both times against Nick Fury. It's a short time with special. What happened?
I was really disappointed. Sorry, you're asking about Danny versus Nick in those matches. Sorry, I got distracted for a sec. What was the question? Apologies.
What happened with Danny against Nick? It's really hard to work, or you did something wrong, or Nick was tricky.
I think that was a combination of me messing up a little bit, but Nick just like trying to do everything possible to stay alive. So in the first one, I had it set up so that I was ready to go for an L2 if he threw his L2. But then he waited the duration, and in that duration, my slow fell off, so I couldn't control the unstoppable anymore. He threw his L2, and by the time I used my L2, he got his unstoppable back during it. So I'm pretty sure this is the one where he just it meant I couldn't get my neuroshocks on him, and then I couldn't cancel out his second life. I've had that fight go like 45 seconds. I've had it go 60 seconds. In both of the times, it just worked out so that an annoying unstoppable got in the way of it. I was really frustrated with that because I really wanted to show off how good Danny is for them. So I've put a few vids on her out, and she is incredible. It just, those 2 times, your Nick was trained very well.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Nick, for being badass. But you did a good fight against him with Valkyrie. I was supposed to do too, but I got hit on the last second. Then I lost the round that I used the Valkyrie against him.
Yeah, that Nick fight that I just done in the last round, I think that's the best. I think it might be the best I've ever done. I have had a 52-second one before, which is, the fastest ever. But I don't know, that the one that I did just felt so clean. And if you watch mine back, so in the final combo when I was going to kill Nick, my last hit didn't quite seem like it had enough reach to like finish him off. And if I finished off the combo into his block, or sorry, if I finished off the combo, I would have pushed him red. It meant that I had to back off and bait out a special 2 beforehand. And it meant that, like, if I'd gone for that combo and it had crit, I would have won. But if I'd gone for that combo and it didn't crit, I'd have eaten a special 3. So, yeah, that was super frustrating. And yeah, 0.1%.
If you check my point of view, that fight, Valkyrie against Lady D, you're gonna see that she was a little bit tricky too, because I used the special 2 hit on block, used the relic, and then when I was going to hit after relic, she goes back. And then my read didn't reach her, so I have to go back. Wait, she closed the block. But Bitter, thank you, really thank you for the match. It was incredible, and really hard. I don't think I ever played a game that I feel so pressured like this. Was a good game, and I could see that you really want to win, Bitter. Sometimes I was like for my shot, please, Bitter, it's okay, buddy. You did a great job. Just please stop me, please, because every fight was so close, and you're like on fire, and I don't know how to deal with that.
No, it's really fun match.
Your deck has a little bit options that I don't use and I don't have on my deck, so I get a little bit confused. Who I gonna ban? First round I banned Valkyrie, and I was like, oh, I do have a Valkyrie rank 5. Yeah. Why do I ban her? I was like, I lost my. I was totally like, for no sense, I just ban. Whoops.
That really confused me when I saw Valk pop up, because I know how good you are with her. My Titania, though, that was a real hit to me, especially in this meta, because she crushes it. That I really felt that, both emotionally and in the game. That was a tough one.
Yeah, Titania, I always ban. I don't like to play against her. Seems like even on defense, I have some trouble against her. I get a little bit upset. But thank you, Bitter. Was a great match, man.
Yeah, and you. I really enjoyed it.
Hey guys,
we've just been chatting on and on. Have you got any questions for us?
No, actually, it was phenomenal. I enjoyed listening to both of you. And if you end up pulling up my chat, you can see I very intentionally said, I'm just going to let these guys talk, because they're both great competitors. We're going to learn about the game, and they're both extremely classy. And I enjoyed it, and I'm glad I just let you two talk. You asked all the questions, and better questions than I would have asked. Unfortunately, I do need to go, though. I know people are enjoying it, and I see other questions, but this isn't the last time we'll stream this. Both of you guys are phenomenal competitors throughout this whole season. I hope and trust and like I said, I hope that we see you both in season 2. Bitter, I know that you don't want to go out, but you showed extremely well for yourself. And Marcelo, I'm excited to see you advancing on for the next match versus Andrew the Rough. We've already got it on the board. 2 titans of the battlegrounds here. So we'll get that promoed. We'll get that set up as soon as possible. Huge thank you to everyone in the chat. I had a lot of fun joking around with you all. I really did, though. I was serious. I did just get the score wrong in the end. So that was a little embarrassing, but we handled it well. So thanks for pointing that error out to me. And I had a blast with you all. So thank you to the chat. Shibby with a very generous donation. Shibby, I'm going to put that up in the next stream because I am signing off and I always like people to get credit. Fausty, thank you for the new membership and all the support from everyone. And then I'm going to let this go. We'll go Bitter first, then Marcelo. We'll catch you all very, very soon. Bitter, and then Marcelo, thank you to both of you. Please go ahead and sign us out, fellas.
Or Vegas, I can take you 5 minutes to say something a little bit serious.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry. Vega, and for anyone who would like to help, we have one brother that plays MCoC. He has 3 kids. Like, how can I say? I don't know how to explain well, but I hope you guys understand. He works autonomous. He let me search the word. It's like autonomous. He works autonomous, and now he's fighting against a cancer. It's a guy from our chat. We all talk with him every day, and he does have 3 kids. And as he is not working because he's on the treatment against cancer, we are saving some money, sending him some money, doing a charity for him. So if anyone wants to help this guy, he's a player from Brazil. He's Brazilian. And so if anyone wants to help, just came to my chat. I will help you to help him. As he don't work, he has to take care of his 3 kids. And as he is fighting against a cancer, when you are on the treatment, you can't work, you can't leave your house, you can't make money or something like that. So he really need help. If one wants to check if it's true, he sends the exams and everything like that. So we are here helping here to not have to buy the pay the bills and buy the normal things on the market. So if anyone wants to help, can come to my chat and I can explain better. My English is not the best, but I'm trying my best to explain. Thank you guys, and thank you Vegas for the inviting.
Absolutely, and you explained that very well. And when you say on your chat, people can go to your Twitter channel and get more information.
Oh, what's my tweet? That's the question. Sorry.
The Twitter. So Marcel's Twitter channel is linked in the description to this stream. It's always in there. You can just go down to the description of the stream, check that out, and that link will take you directly to it. And then if one of my mods does have the link, you can also put it in the chat too.
Thank you, Vega.
Of course.
Just that, and thank you guys. See you soon.
So I'll jump in there. Well, that's a really kind of thing of you to do, Marcel. So I think I hopefully speak for everyone there. That's like Chaos says, classy guy. So as for the tournament, Vega, thank you again for the invite. I've absolutely loved doing these. I'm a little bit annoyed that Marcel's knocked me out of 2 out of 2, but hopefully next time I'll get knocked out by someone else or go a bit further. Marcel, best of luck in this. I really, really hope you end up winning. It's always nice to be able to lose to the winner. And I'm looking forward to your match, hopefully soon. So thanks everyone again. Really appreciate it.
All right, everybody, take care. As you saw, 2 incredible competitors, both incredibly classy guys. Give them both a follow, a sub, or whatever the term is for the platforms they cover. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We got Legacy versus FinTech on Thursday. We will eventually get the time out for everybody. And then keep an eye out for Marcel versus Andrew the Rough. Take care, everybody. Have a great one. Bye-bye.